It's mathematics, and our topic is circumference of a circle. Circumference of a circle. Okay, what we call a circumference of a circle? A circumference of a circle simply means perimeter of the circle. And perimeter means total distance around a two-dimensional shape. A two-dimensional shape is a shape that has length and breadth. Now this is example. This is a circle. This is a circle. It has this is the center of the circle. So when I say talk about circumference, the circumference of the circle means the total distance. As soon as you are starting to count from here, the total distance around the circle. So this is what we call the circumference. The circumference of the circle. The circumference of the circle. This is the circumference. So to find the circumference of the circle, which is C, to calculate the circumference of the circle, it simply means 2 pi r. Here, when the radius is given. When the radius is given, you can also have another C equal to pi d. This one means when the diameter is given. There is a relationship between these two formulas. Remember that two radius will give you diameter. So this is a diameter. This is a diameter. A diameter is a line that divides a circle into two equal parts. A diameter is a line that divides a circle into what? Two equal parts. So from here to here, this is what we call diameter. Diameter is a line that divides a circle into two equal parts, here or here. You can also have something like this. If this is a circle, as you have your diameter, a line like this. This can also be known as diameter. Any line that divides a circle into two equal parts is what we call a line of diameter. Now, so when you now look at the diameter, this is the diameter of a circle. The line that divides a circle, it divides a circle into two equal parts. That is diameter. So when you now look at this diameter now, the half of this diameter from here, if this from here to here is a diameter, so the half will now be from here to here, from the circumference to the center of the circle. That is what we call radius. That is what we call what? Radius. A line that moves from the circumference of the circle to the center of the circle is what we call radius. So this another radius. From here to here is a radius. From here to here is a radius. So from here to here is a diameter. So 2 radius will give you a diameter. 2 radius will give you a diameter. Okay. Now we have the half of a circle. And this is another half of a circle. So the line that divides a circle into 2 equal parts is what we call diameter. And the radius is the half of a diameter. Or a radius is a line that moves from the circumference of the circle to the center of the circle. So let us look at another example. Example number 2. Let us look at it. Now when you have something like this, look at my drawing. So you now clean this. What do you have here now? This is what we call semi-circle. Or you can also call it half of a circle. A semicircle is half of a circle. So what will now be to calculate the circumference? The circumference of a semicircle will be half of what? Half of the circumference of a of a full circle. Half of the circumference of a full circle, which is half of r. Half of circumference of a full circle, half of 2 pi r. Okay? Now you add it to, half of circle to what? To 2 radius. You add it to 2 radius. That is half of the circumference of a circle plus 2r. If you work this one out, you are going to have 1 over 2. Bracket simply means times 2 pi r plus 2r. So this, we cancel this. Finally, the circumference of a semicircle will now be pi r plus 2r. Pi r plus 2r. Now we'll be mentioning the word pi. Note the value pi simply means a pi. Simply means 22 all over 7. This is the value for pi. The standard value for a pi is 22 all over 7. The standard value for a pi is 22 all over 7. Then we now go to the third example. We also have what called, when you have a circle like this, you divide a circle into 4 parts. Of course, the circle has center. Let us now, we are cleaning this side away. This half circle. The half of the half circle is called what? What do you call this? This is not a full circle. It is not up to the half of a circle. The half of a circle is called what? It is called quadrant. What do I call it? Quadrant. Quadrant. This is quadrant. Quadrant simply means half of a circle. So in a circle, in a full circle, how many quadrants do you have in a full circle? You have 4 quadrants. You have 4 quadrants. This is 1 all over 4, 1 all over 4, 1 all over 4, 1 all over 4. So you have 4 quadrants. This is just quadrant of a circle. So to calculate the formula for finding to calculate the quadrant of a circle simply means the quadrant of a circle, circumference for the quadrant of a circle simply means this is formula for a semicircle is pi r plus 2r. So for the quadrant means that you are still going to do what? You divide this into 2, the half of this. Okay? half of it. So we have three formulas. We have three formulas. This is number one. This is for quadrant. And this is number two. This is second formula. So let us just put it like this. For quadrant, this is for quadrant. Quadrant. So let us say this is formula one. Another formula is your circumference is equal to pi r plus 2 pi. And this formula is for what? Is for semicircle. Then this one we have 2 pi r, or what? Your circumference is equal to pi d. This is for circle, the circumference of a circle. So these are the formulas to calculate the circumference of a circle. These are the formulas to calculate the circumference of a circle. This one we use it to calculate the circumference of a quadrant of a circle. That is half of a circle. We use this one to calculate the circumference of a semicircle, meaning that half of a circle. And we use this one to calculate the circumference of a circle, a complete circle. This example. Let us look at this example. Let us solve it together. Example 1. Find the circumference of a circle with radius 7 cm. Find the circumference of a circle with radius 7 cm. Take pi as 22 all over 7. Take pi as 22 all over 7, meaning that pi is equal to 22 all over 7. So we need to interpret this. Let us interpret it so that we can have a better understanding. Solution. Our solution. This is the circle. Find the circumference of a circle. So they are talking about circle. What we have here is discussion is around a circle. So from what we are given, the radius of a circle is what? 7 cm, meaning that this is a radius. So this is the radius. So the radius is what? 7 cm. 7 cm. We are asked to do what? To calculate the circumference of the circle. Now don't forget that we have two formulas. We have two formulas to find the circumference of the circle. One, the circumference is equal to 2 pi r if we are given radius. Alternatively, if we are given diameter, we use this. But from the question that we have seen so far, or for the question that we are treating, we are giving only the radius, not the diameter. So we are going to make use of this formula. So our circumference will now be 2 pi r. Okay? Now let us itemize all the variables that we have. First, we have the pi, we have the radius. Our radius, our circumference is equal to what? 2 times pi times r. That is the meaning. Which is equal to what? 2 times pi is what? 22 all over 7. Times radius. Your radius is what? 7 cm. Okay. Let us say all over 1. All over 1. 7 cancels 7. What do we have? We have 22 times 2 times 22 times 1 centimeter. So our circumference will now be 2 times 22 is what? 44. Correct. 44 centimeter. 44 centimeters. Our circumference is what? 44 centimeters. Thank you very much. You are going to solve the question that you see on the board, and send it down to me through the same channel. Take pi to be equal to 22 all over 7. Find circumference of these circles. Here, this is a circle. The radius is 14 centimeters. 14 centimeters. Here, this is a circle. The diameter is 28 centimeters. This is a semicircle where the diameter is 56 centimeters. Use the formula. Use the formula. The suitable formula to solve any of the following. Use this suitable formula to solve it.